The streets of Durban became a war zone today as members of Abahlali baseMjondolo, South Africa's largest shack dwellers movement, clashed violently with Operation Dudula protesters in a confrontation that exposes the raw nerves of a nation in crisis. What started as a march against undocumented migrants quickly spiraled into chaos. Stones flew, fists clenched, and police in riot gear struggled to hold back the tide of anger from both sides. But this isn't just about migration. This is about poverty, desperation, and a political system that keeps the poor fighting each other while the powerful watch from their mansions. Eyewitnesses describe scenes of pure pandemonium. Abahlali members, many living in the very slums targeted by anti-migrant rhetoric, refuse to be silent. They want to blame foreigners for our suffering, but we know the real enemy, shouted one protester, his voice raw with fury. Operation Dudula supporters fired back, accusing migrants of stealing jobs and overwhelming social services. The truth, both groups are victims of a broken system, manipulated into fighting while corrupt politicians and businessmen loot the country dry. Here's what no one wants to admit: this violence serves someone's agenda. When unemployed South Africans battle destitute migrants, the real culprits, the ones who gutted the economy, who failed to create jobs, who let services collapse, get to hide in the shadows. The government watches as the poor tear each other apart, then steps in as the peacemaker, while doing nothing to solve the actual problems. It's a deadly game, and ordinary people are paying the price. But today, something changed. Abahlali's resistance marks a turning point, a refusal to play by the script. Their message is clear: don't blame the Zimbabwean or Mozambican struggling beside you. Blame the leaders who abandoned you both. This clash isn't the end, it's the beginning of a much larger storm. As economic conditions worsen, these explosions of anger will only grow more frequent, more intense. The question is, who will South Africans direct their rage at next? Zimbabwe Uncensored went straight into the heart of the conflict, speaking to protesters on both sides, uncovering the hidden forces at work, and exposing the lies being used to divide communities. What we found will shock you. This isn't spontaneous anger, it's being stoked, funded, and exploited. The real story isn't in the punches thrown today, but in the quiet meetings where certain people decide who benefits from this chaos. If you want to understand South Africa's coming explosion, if you're tired of being fed half-truths while the country burns, you need to hear this full report. The mainstream media won't tell you this story. The politicians hope you never connect the dots. But we are here to rip the curtain wide open. Don't just watch history unfold, understand it. Smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications now. When the next riot flares up, and it will, you'll know exactly who's pulling the strings. This is Zimbabwe Uncensored, no lies, no filters, just the truth that powerful people fear.